You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, we're going to talk about WNBA coach Becky Hammond because she has come out and made some interesting comments surrounding BRITTNey Griner. Of course, it seems like everybody has weighed in on BRITTNey Griner being detained over in Russia. Well, now she could be headed to prison camp, as we know, for hard labor after her appeal failed. So let's get to this because Becky Hammond has said if BRITTNey Griner was LeBron James, interesting, was LeBron James, she would have long since been home from Russia. Now, Becky Hammond is actually a Russian citizen. She's a citizen of here and of Russia. So, this is interesting right here. Let's get to this and see what she says. Daily Mail, quote, she's a political pawn. Russian women's basketball legend Becky Hammond calls BRITTNey Griner's detainment in Russia a gut punch. Okay. WNBA Coach of the Year and champion Becky Hammond spoke out against the now 9-month detainment of WNBA star BRITTNey Griner in Russia. They actually put spoke out in here back to back for some reason, along with becoming the first coach in WNBA history to win the championship in her debut and a pioneer for women's female coaches. Hammond is now a naturalized Russian citizen of 15 years after playing for them in the 2008 Olympics. Interesting. You didn't want to play for the United States. Quote, it's wrong, Hammond said of Griner's detainment. It was a gut punch. There's so many things that are normal over there that I'm like, it's not normal? She's been turned into a political pawn, and it's really unfortunate. The international world really needs to pay attention. WNBA players and coaches have spoken out for Griner on many occasions since she was detained. However, Hammond's words mark the first time an athlete or celebrity with ties to Russia has spoken out against Griner's imprisonment. That's not true. Roy Jones Jr. did. Along with becoming a Russian citizen, Hammond played several years with the CSKA Moscow, which paved the way for her eventual place with the national team. It was also recently announced that Hammond would be joining ESPN's NBA coverage in December. If this was LeBron James, is LeBron James still sitting over there? Well, it's possible they would know who LeBron James is, where it's very possible they don't know exactly who BRITTNey Griner is, or certainly didn't when they detained her. I don't think so, Hammond said. That's the unfortunate part about all this. I think there would be an absolute uproar, craziness, pandemonium. And Griner's case got a lot of attention and is still getting some. But there's days where I'm like, man, she's still over there night after night after night. We've got to get her back as soon as possible. In the most recent developments in Griner's case, her appeal of her sentence was denied and her 9-year prison sentence began. Following the appeal decision, Griner's wife, Cheryl, also said she feels the suspension is political and that BRITTNey is struggling to stay strong. Goes on to talk about the cannabis activists that were up in D.C. at the Russian embassy the other day. Now, I always mention this because it's important that Russia has come out and said that basically the White House and most entities over here, they would like to see actually not talk about this. That it's actually hurting Griner's case. And the White House offered up the Merchant of Death, Victor Bout, in trade. And there's also another lingering Russian scumbag out there that we don't know about that's probably going to go in the deal. The plus side is former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan would make it home, it looks like. But what do you think about that? If it was LeBron James, would LeBron James be already home? Would you care if it was LeBron James? Now, I know our subscriber base would be like, you know what? You could probably keep Brittney and you could probably keep LeBron. That's just my guess. Now, if it was Tom Brady or somebody like that, yeah, let's try to get him home as quickly as we can, okay? But the fact is, at the end of the day, we still have to remember something. Griner did the act that Russia is claiming that she did, right? Had vape cartridges with cannabis oil, which is illegal. And as we've heard from many of Russia's comments, they take that kind of thing very seriously, whether we do or not. And that's still the most puzzling thing about so many that have wagered a statement because it's just quote-unquote cannabis. Well, again, it doesn't matter what our culture and our country thinks of cannabis. It only matters what Russia or any other country you might go in. Man, I would be hypersensitive and responsible about what I brought in and out of a country if I was going into one. I cannot imagine. But then again, some of these a-holes get caught with Glocks in their bags and drugs and all kinds of things when they're going through the airport, and then they're like, oh, I forgot that was in there. What? You get my point, though. Irresponsibility. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.